It's a very pertinent question to ask, how do we build back better?
To build back better or whatever.
We have a chance to reset the clock and build back better than before.
To build back better than before.
Remember the terrible damage of COVID as we try to build back from this global pandemic.
Joe Biden calls it build back better.
Build back better.
Building back better.
To do things differently. To build back better.
We're going to build it back better.
And build it back better.
It's my plan to build back better.
Start taking all the problems that have been created in education and mental health and start to build back in a positive way.
I have launched a booklet called Build Back Better, Britain After Coronavirus.
It's about building this country back better.
Growing conspiracy following it. It is called the Great Reset.
An unprecedented opportunity to rethink and reset the ways in which we live.
The great opportunity for reset.
The theory even calls Mr. Biden's campaign slogan, Build Back Better, a front for the conspiracy.
Build back better.
Then we can begin to fully rebuild. Not only to restore us to where we were before, but to go further.
Building back better our economy.
Build back better.
All elements of the Great Reset are fundamental to building the future we need.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset.
It's a big effort to, some would say, to build back better. We would say to really have a great reset.
Conspiracy.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. So all hell's breaking loose in California. And don't you know, Harry and Meghan, of course, little demons that they are, spring up. Justine Bateman has been very vocal. I think she should run for office, personally. And she's been speaking out about how Gavin Newsom should step down. He's so useless, and couldn't agree more. And it does look like maybe he's not useless to the globalists, who I think want this type of thing to happen more and more, as their rumors swirl of dues or direct energy weapons behind this, as well as arsonists. Now, we do have the inauguration coming up, and we know that Antifa BLM types are going to be acting up. In particular, this weekend, it was supposed to start, their protests are going to rear big time and could be starting early as well with this. But anyhow, yeah, I don't normally look at Harry and Meghan's butt boy, Jack Royston, on Newsweek, but he's the one that wrote an article pointing out how Justine Bateman called Harry and Meghan disaster tourists. I thought that's a perfect moniker for them. Thank you, Justine. It's like disaster tourists. That's exactly what they are. Yeah. And I also heard that Harry and Meghan took a tour of some of the homes that were evacuated, where the homeowners can't even go back to their homes. But Harry and Meghan got a tour to go look through all the devastation. Not unlike Harry and Meghan able to enter elementary school in 2020 during COVID lockdowns, when parents weren't allowed into the school because of COVID, and had to drop off their kindergarten children and leave them at the door, and they couldn't go in. But Harry and Meghan got to go in and took pictures planting flowers for Princess Diana Remembrance Day of her passing. So Harry and Meghan again and again step all over. You know, they're not public figures, they're not officials, and yet they have been given access by the government, globalist controlled government, to just do whatever they want that regular citizens can't do, like going into schools during COVID or going to disaster zones during an emergency. Harry and Meghan do whatever they want. They have the higher ups to this day, and we all know how close they are with Gavin Newsom. Yes. So Harry and Meghan they just have government rights, just walk in there, or globalist rights. to just, waltz around in an emergency where regular people are not allowed to tread. But yet you can't criticize Harry and Meghan at the same time because they're not public officials. They just act like them and have the same power. But it must be nice being a globalist, huh? You just do whatever you want. You can't criticize them, but they have the same power as your president or your governor or whoever. Oh, and they're all best buddies, and the governor will come out and defend your parody, if you want to call it that. We all know Archwell's no charity. It's a place to funnel money, in my opinion, as is proven by many. Anyhow, how are Harry thinking, Harry and Meghan? How are they thinking? Going over there too, and I love how TRG Royal Grift exposed the fact that Harry and Meghan actually brought a crisis actor with them for Meghan to hug. Because Meghan's not going to hug a regular person, a pleb, right? Meghan's not going to go near a commoner. Meghan's too good for that, so she hires an actress. And I saw some articles. I'm sure you've seen articles about this. Harry and Meghan criticized and whatnot. And they actually say in the articles, I think it was the People article, they said, well, Harry and Meghan aren't there for publicity. Oh, no, they're not there for publicity. So they're actually actively denying it in the media, saying, well, we're not here for publicity. We were anonymously giving out food to people, supposedly. Anonymously. They don't do anything anonymously. People would know exactly if they were there donating food. They weren't doing anything. They didn't donate a damn thing except hiring an actress to go up there and pose for pictures. And of course, Meghan's going to try to somehow, weave this into her program. She made a big announcement that her cooking show is going to be delayed now. Because if anyone gives a damn about her cooking show, the big announcement, Meghan's going to delay her Netflix show since most of you can't be home to watch it now, maybe she's going to make the first, meal, something, a barbecue, maybe. How to make a meal in a burning down forest. Here, Meghan goes out. It'd be interesting to watch. Meghan out in a fire somewhere. Just stick Meghan out there. Give her some, kebabs. Say, go, Meghan. Here's a camera. Go take your video cooking in the forest there, Meghan. I think that Harry should join her and help her out. Yeah, Harry and Meghan should just go into the fire and cook something up for us and show us how it's done, since Meghan is such a foodie and she knows all about cooking. Maybe she'll have some great ideas for us. I just love how they write on their website, oh, everybody, take someone in if they've been displaced. Take them into your home. Look in on your elderly neighbors. Such useless advice of Harry and Meghan on their website. Acting like they're trying to act like they're helping. Like they think in an emergency, you're going to go to Harry and Meghan's website. They actually think this. They put this on their website. Hey, everyone, take in someone in your home. Open your doors, but don't expect Harry and Meghan to open their doors to anyone. You know that. You go anywhere near their doors, they'll have you arrested. My God, they are such hypocrites. They're so evil. What the hell do they think they're approving going out there? What the hell were they thinking? What are they doing? Again, disaster tourists. Honestly, unbelievable. Wow. I mean, you would have thought she would have learned from the backlash she got for Uvalde. No, hasn't learned a damn thing. So are they just shoving it in our faces? Like, yeah. As soon as I saw Harry and Meghan there, I'm like, oh, this was globalists. It was DEWs. It was dues. They're taking out, just like Lahaina, they're taking out California. And of course, with Gavin Newsom at the helm, of course. I mean, he's as globalist as you get. I have no doubt New York will be in New Jersey or next. I mean, Governor Hochul, and Minnesota is going to be on the chopping block. The globalists are getting their smart cities ready. Is that what Harry and Meghan are doing here? I mean, Harry and Meghan know wherever they go, they rub people the wrong way. And the most obvious way she tried to make it. And I love also the Royal Grift tweeted about how Meghan posed just like the disaster in Spain with the Queen there. But the Queen there in Spain as well, I think, is a globalist. So they're floods and whatnot. I know probably globalists instigated. Any natural disaster happening now is suspect. Without a doubt. It's the Build Back Better crowd of globalists. I mean, it's right in our faces. They put it right out there. Because remember, the Satanists have to tell you what they're going to do. So this is how they're doing it. They put it with these, oh yeah, it's like, here you have to take a safe and effective. Well, at the same time, Klaus Schwab is talking about, we won't be able to tell what you're thinking and feeling. All we have to do is just, if you inject something under the skin, I mean, so they tell you without making the direct, you have to make the direct correlation, but they tell you at the same time. So what the hell were Harry and Meghan thinking? Were they just being evil? It's Meghan being a crazy publicity chasing lunatic. She's putting her all in with this damn cooking show. I mean, she had the dog. Well, thank goodness. The one thing I'm thankful for is we don't have to hear about her and the damn dog now, because she was going to harp on that for weeks leading up to the show. I mean, that was her going to be the big, poor me, my dog that I don't give a damn about and refuse to talk about for years. But let's see. How were Harry and Meghan thinking? Were Harry and Meghan sent out there by the globalists? Or is just Meghan being her usual selfish narcissist self and wanting attention? Because, she's going to do everything she can to push her show. That's the only thing she cares about. And then nobody else cares. Nobody's going to be watching that damn show now. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. We have a lot bigger problems. Harry and Meghan don't care. Meghan wants to be a star, even if the whole place is burning down. She wants to be a damn star, damn it. She wants to be Angelina Jolie. What the hell were they thinking? I love Justine Bateman came out talked, and as Jack Royston pointed out, he's like, Justine Bateman isn't the usual group of critics of Meghan, the way he put it. He was pointing it out like, wow, we got people criticizing Harry and Meghan that aren't the usual group. Like, Jack, you better be look around, pay attention to everybody who's been criticizing her. Everybody, all not within the usual group, whatever that means. Jack Royston, the butt boy of Harry and Meghan, so pathetic. Anyways, let's see here. What the hell were Harry and Meghan thinking? What do they really think? What were they trying to accomplish here? Why the hell were they doing this? This being evil. I think there's being evil Satanists. So they know people are going to backlash at them. What the hell were they thinking? Harry hanging out with Jose Andres like he did at the Clinton Foundation, giving a speech. And Jose Andres, like you pointed out, he was hanging out with the guy who tried to assassinate Trump. All connected, all these globalists, satanic pieces of crap. I mean, Harry has so many murder friends. Unbelievable. He's a murderer himself. Brags about it in his book, killing all these Afghanis, remember? All right, let's see. What the hell were Harry and Meghan thinking? What were they thinking? Let's see what the cards show. Very stressful, very stressful. Thoughts and prayers to everyone in California. It's very stressful. It's worse and worse the more I hear about it. Here we go. Harry and Meghan, the Hierophant here. They're trying to act like, doesn't this look like Klaus Schwab? Yeah, Harry and Meghan are trying to act like they know what they're doing and they're here to help. And they want to be able to lecture. That's why they put on their website, hey, everyone, make sure to open your doors. If anybody had to be evacuated, take them into your home. Go and check on your neighbors, especially your elderly neighbors. I mean, they're here to lecture us. They really think that they want to be constantly putting them, especially in emergencies. And I pointed this out earlier. Remember during COVID in 2020, when Harry and Meghan had that Sussex Royale Instagram that they stole the name from someone else. Well, Meghan wanted to do the same thing with the COVID when it first came out, when everybody was believing, oh my God, COVID, we're going to die, right? Meghan was like giving updates on the website, on her Instagram, like, oh, here's where you can get information about it and get updates and blah, blah, blah. Like she was trying to act like she was in charge. And they're doing it again with this. Anytime there's any kind of disaster, Meghan and Harry want to be in charge. They want to be the moral authority here, leading people. Listen to us. We'll tell you what to do. That's what they're really trying to do that. And they're crazy AF secrets here with the high priestess. Very secretive and a covert. Because in the way they're doing it, just like what happened in COVID with people, is that they take power that they don't have. It's like faking it till you make it. So they act like they're an authority giving directions because really they're with the globalists, and the globalists are the ones who want to take control of everything, rule the world, and get rid of all nations, right? So Harry and Meghan want to be, they're part of the globalists. So they're usurping the government authorities because the government doesn't exist anymore as far as the globalists are concerned. It's, no, you don't have a government, you don't have a country. It's the globalists in charge. Technocrats atop Harry and Meghan. So they're like secretively, in a secretive, covert way, doing it. And Governor Newsom is letting them do it. Governor Newsom is giving them access to the mayor. He's giving them access to homes that are burnt out that other people can't attend, giving them access to schools during COVID when other people couldn't attend, but Harry and Meghan could. So they have the access from Newsom and the government. They have the same access as the governor. They're given the same power. I'm getting two major arcanas here. So Harry and Meghan have very real power here on a governmental level, not with the U.S. government, with the globalist government, the World Economic Forum government. They're the ones that consider themselves in charge above everything. And underneath it all, I have a page of coins reversed with a little bit, of course, page information. And of course, Harry and Meghan are going to do nothing but lie and mislead people, of course, and give bad information. They want you to go to them for information. Don't go to your government websites. And so all the government officials are acting all useless. But Harry and Meghan step in. We know what to do. Gavin Newsom and Mayor Bass, they don't know what to do. Listen to Harry and Meghan. They know what to do. They're the globalist front. So at the base of it all, 9 of Wands. Yeah, they are taking advantage of people when they're down. It's always during a disaster. 9 of Wands, literally fire. Wands, the fire card, and people devastated. Harry and Meghan are, again, they prop up and act like they're the governor during a disaster and people are, okay, so psychologically, Tavistock learns that anytime there's any kind of disaster or emergency where people are really traumatized, that's when you make changes that you want to make and people will just accept them because they're like in a state of shock. It's surreal. It's like, what's going on, And so when people are in that state of shock, that's when you move in and you make big changes that they wouldn't accept otherwise. And that's the whole point of this. And that's why they're taking advantage of this time. They're following the Tavistock mind effery and being in as the new leaders, basically, the new thought leaders or whatever you want to call them. So, yeah, so this is all intentional. So that's the reason when there's a big traumatic event, Harry and Meghan or other globalists like them are going to step in and say, I can help you. I have information. Go to my website. I'll direct you, blah, 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 blah. They want to be front and center in the media and on social media. And it's just taking power without earning it while nobody's listening to the governments, right? And what led them to this? 10 of Swords. The ending, death, destruction. Yeah, so this is what prompted them out. I'm asking you what prompted them to traipse out there and pretend to be officials. It's because this is part of the Build Back Better. This is taking advantage of the death and destruction of people who are traumatized. I see this as a traumatized person. And of course, the death and destruction going on with the 10 of Swords, the attack really that they're under right now in the death and destruction. Moving in now. And this is the reason, of course, and again, to push themselves out as officials. And what are they expecting from all this? Knights of Coins. Yes. So this is their opportunity to move in. Okay, make money, to establish themselves, to attack this movement, this moving forward in a aggressive military type of way. This is the New World Order, Build Back Better crowd type of thing, to come in and say, okay, we're taking over. We're going to build it back better as a smart city. We're taking over. So they expect to be aggressive now and to get finance. They're looking for money. They're going to be pushing for money from the government our taxpayer money and others' money. I'm sure they're taking donations. I'm sure the Sussex Squad is starting another fundraiser. So they're going to be collecting lots of money, aggressively pursuing money, our money, and taking as much as they can, land as well, I'm sure, and using this to, of course, benefit themselves, but also to attack us, because this at the same time, it's an attack, and it's coins, land. They want your land, right? They're not going to let you build your home back, and people are evacuated even if they aren't in danger of the fire. They're still evacuating everyone, and they're going to tell them, "Oh, you can't go back to your home." This is what they did in North Carolina. You can't go back. It's gone. You're going to have to sell your home at a very low price, and they're just going to take your land. And Harry and Meghan are there to probably look for maybe what they want. I don't know, but they're looking to make money from it for sure, get taxpayer money, and they're looking to help facilitate stealing our land, basically, which is what the globalists want. So what did they not want? What did Harry and Meghan not want? Hermit reversed. No, excuse me. Oh, magician reversed. I'm sorry, magician reversed. I don't know why I thought it was a hermit upside down. So the owl. No, magician reversed. Yeah, so they don't want this to backfire. I see the magician as the public relations, trying to manifest what they're doing. So they don't want this public relations effort to, everything's about PR, right? Everything from the way Meghan stood like Queen Leticia, whatever her name is, and the way she hired think of, you're in the middle of an emergency, you hire a crisis actor just to plug for a picture. Everything is the PR for them, everything. And so they don't want their PR to fail, but of course, the way you gripped on the case, she exposed them. Thank goodness, because I don't think I ever would have caught that. That's so incriminating. It's so obvious what they're doing, and of course, it is going to fall apart. And that's what they're worried about, major arcana. So they were really worried that they were going to get caught out, and they have been. And we got to repeat it over and over. That portion, that's what happened there with that crisis actor. That's just so disgusting and obvious how evil they actually are. So what are they hoping for? What were Harry and Meghan hoping for going there? Of course. Page or valet of batons. They wanted publicity. They wanted to put their message out. They wanted people to say, listen, come to our website for information. We know what's going on. Listen to us. We're the experts. And Meghan could talk as well. So come watch her show. So, of course, it was to get their message out about her show, give herself publicity. But really, the larger scheme of things, it's about the globalist agenda and what outside influence is influencing them. And I got 3 of Wands, expanding her empire here, thinking of what she wants to do next and thinking of her creations on Netflix and her image and her public image in general, because it is all about PR and trying to boost. Her and Harry, of course, have been floundering and doing horrible because nobody likes them. So, there was no real pressure with the minor arcana here. So they did this on their own. Of course, because they're with the globalists. They're globalists, maybe the royal family, possibly you could say, or whoever, the World Economic Forum group, the club, the big club that you ain't in it or we ain't in it, I should say. Well, so they knew that this would expand their power, expand their prestige there and influence with the globalists, but that they did it on their own. This was their own doing. They weren't, in other words, Harry and Meghan weren't told to go out there. Klaus Schwab didn't have to call them and say, go out there. They knew they wanted to do it. Meghan and Harry want more and more power. They want to put themselves in the position of leadership, which they did by interacting, like I said, with the mayor, with the governor, everybody else acting like they're officials. Yeah. Wow. So what's going to happen? What happened following that? How to go afterwards? Temperance. So they think it went well. They're getting a lot of cooperation. They're getting obviously money, powerful backers here. I get globalist backers, the major arcana. Healing, this card of healing. So I do get that Meghan will probably come out with something to try to be healing about things. And also that they're going to be, of course, getting the money from the government that they want and from the state government, federal government. I see her Harry and Meghan working closely with others to get that money. And in the long term, so they are going to be benefiting quite well. And I'm sure James Holt is helping them with that because he's behind it. Oh, but in the long term, major arcana justice reversed. Well, there is nothing more criminal than the justice reversed of what Harry and Meghan are up to with their globalist buddies. Yes. So they are up to no good. They're up to stealing our land and anything else worth anything, our water, everything else. And they're up to their criminal, major arcana here, major group of criminals known as the globalists, who are going to continue until they're stopped with this destruction and land grab and this tyranny that they're trying to bring in. Harry and Meghan are definitely leaders in this of some sort, making themselves more and more powerful. So do not underestimate them. They are very powerful in this group. Harry, being a royal family member, no doubt is the reason why. But Meghan, of course, is the one who directs Harry around, but with her Sussex claw, and is very much in there as well. So these two evildoers must be stopped because they are going to commit more crimes against humanity than they already have done. They are nothing but evil, evil, evil. So there you have it. That is what I see for what Harry and Meghan are up to in going out to do their appearance there in the fires. I hope you enjoyed this. So please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.